Problem 13, Roman to integer. Basically, the problem is this. Given a Roman numeral as a string, we should convert it to an integer. And then there is a basically explanation how Roman numerals work, which probably is not necessary for us to explain. So basically what we're going to do is the following. So if you take any Roman numeral, so something like that, let's go through each of these elements, each of these Roman digits. And basically, I'm just going to use a very simple algorithm here. If this element, if this digit is, well, I'm going to add this, just add this to the total as a number, unless it is less than the next one, right? So for example, if I encounter something like this, right, then this will be added as -1. Okay, this will be -1, but this will be +10. Okay, so if this value is smaller than the next value, then this value will be added as a negative value. That's the whole algorithm. Okay, so I just need a quick way to create a map of these things. So let me just quickly try to do that. Okay, so I need a map of these. So here, and then, okay, just 2 more seconds to get, okay, so now we have, let's call this constant Roman values. It's a good name, Roman values. Okay, so that's our Roman values, right? Now, the first thing to do is probably convert this string to an array of integers. And that will be useful because I do not want to convert each value twice, right? So we're going to be, as you see, remember, we're going to be looking at this value and also at this value at some point. So value and next value. So unless you want to convert this twice or do some sort of tricky, strange loop, it's best to, I mean, I think as a developer, maybe not a competitive programmer, but a developer would do this probably, let's say, Roman decimal. So this will be an array called Roman decimal, and I would take the initial value as split into separate characters, and then simply map each character to, let's say, a Roman digit, right, to, let's say, Roman values and Roman digit. Now here, potentially, TypeScript will give us trouble because Roman digit is now potentially a string, right? This is not a very good environment to develop code. It doesn't give me any hints, but this will be interpreted as string, while this here is a record of these specific types, L, C, D, and all of these, to string. So this will give me trouble. So what I should do is create a type, and let's call them Roman digit. Yeah, and that would be key of type of Roman values. So Roman digit, I want to be either this or this or this. So just a union type of all of these string literals. So now I can say as Roman digit, right? So now TypeScript should not complain about this. Okay, so we have an array Roman decimal, and this array basically has, so if we started with something like this, right? Then our Roman digit has 10, 10, 1, 1. Now we can go through this, and I would probably just do a normal loop starting from the first. And you know what? Even though this is constant, it still deserves, in my opinion, normal lowercase first letter, and then plus plus I. So we need a total, initialize it to 0, and now basically let's do an if. If a Roman decimal, the current Roman decimal, well, before I can compare it to the next one, if it is, no, you know what? If it is less than, yeah, if it is less than next one, that means that's the weird case when we have to do total equals negative value of Roman decimal of I. So we're going to subtract this, right? But this may not exist, right? The element I plus 1 may not exist. So we have to check that. If I plus 1 exists, so if there is a next element and it is bigger, the next element is bigger strictly, that's when current element contributes negatively to the total. But otherwise, right, otherwise we just contribute positively to the whole sum. And that should be it. So return total, right? Get rid of this stuff. That's it. Let's see what happens if I've made any horrific. What did I do? Cannot find Roman digit. Did you mean Roman digit? Roman digit. Did I mean Roman digit? Maybe. Let's see if I meant Roman digit. Yes, apparently I did mean Roman digit. So let's see now. I've just submitted it to the main suite of tests. Let's see what happens. Okay, we did pass and didn't perform too horribly. I mean, it's not stellar, but it's fine. Okay.